all day with you. What's going on, everybody? Eric Bourassa here, and this is the day, y'all. God of Wine by Third Eye Blind. This video completes my series on doing a guitar tutorial for every single song on Third Eye Blind's first album, which I maintain is the greatest rock album of all time. Come at me! Anyway, here's how the song goes. We are in Dad-E-Ad tuning. So it's D, A, let's see, D, A, D, E, A, D. It's like Dad-Gad, but we're turning the G down to an E. And we go like this. In that first figure, you're just going to hold down 7 with your first finger on the thickest string, and then hold down your second finger 7 on the 4th string. And then we want to block with the index finger the 5th string, but we want to leave open that 3rd string. And then let those ring together. And then we're going to go to open, and then we use our 3rd finger to grab 7 on the 2nd string. So that's basically the same figure that we're going to use throughout. So once you get the first shape, you're pretty much golden. All right, so we got... Now, at the end, there's a little down up, and I wrote it as just a couple of open strings in the middle. That doesn't matter, okay? So this matters. That's what matters. Let me play it full speed. That's what matters, but almost equally as important is filling that space between the changes. Down, up, da, da. But it doesn't really matter what you hit. So what I do is I just leave the 7 in place. I end up hitting like about the 3rd string and about the 4th string. So 3rd string open and 4th string 7th fret. But as long as you get that kind of chukka, then we go down to the 2nd fret. Same thing. Difference when we go to the 4th fret, we're going to slide into 4. But notice I'm leaving finger 2 down the whole time. Now it's a little different. This is how I play it. If you listen to the recording, there's a couple of like ghost notes, like really soft notes in between all of those. But as long as you get this main bit, you're going to be fine. So we get that nice little hammer on. And then make sure that you're curling your fingers enough so that the open 3rd string and the open 1st string ring out. But you can block the 5th string with your index finger. Kind of like that. And then picking wise, I'm doing a downstroke and then an upstroke at the end. And then we're back. And we just use our 3rd finger for all those upper notes. So that's really all you're playing for most of the song. Then when we kick on the gain... I'm just going to use kind of a light distortion. I'm finding for like the main guitar, just a light, bright sound really works well. So we're going to really hold the same shape, but we're going to add the 3rd finger like on beat 2. So 1 and 2, because we're only at about 80 beats per minute here. So 1 and 2. And then this bend is really important that you isolate that note and you are Nothing else is really ringing. And you make sure you don't go more than a half step. And then to open, you could even do as little as a quarter step. Just a tiny little bend. Same thing. So I'm going like down, 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 up, 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 down, like that. You can see I'm really accenting those up strokes in there. And then after a couple times through that, we get into our chorus. Which is just going to be 12th fret bar chord. So you're holding 12, 12, 12 with your index finger, and then block the highest open strings. And then if you want, you can add 14 on the 3rd string, and then we get this. Now, on that part, you can add in chuckas and mutes and slides. You can also just play what's written. However, it sounds like it gives it a little more character if you make sure it has enough space to breathe, but not so much space that it feels empty. So we're just using pinky on 10 on the 3rd string to 9 on the 3rd string. And then after that, we go to a 2nd fret power chord. But this is where one of the ways Kevin Cadigan really shines in his playing is with these open tunings. He'll do a power chord and then add some open strings. So you could do 1, 2, 3, and then O, O, O. So I'm going like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, almost like a drum beat where I'm hitting on 2 and 4. And then you could also, I like to actually like bend my index finger backward like a banana, and then just kind of pull my wrist forward. So the ending of that chorus is just the 2nd fret plus some open strings, and then to the 4th fret plus some open strings, and then we just hit string 4, the 4th fret on string 6 when it gets quieter, and then when it comes back to the intro, we're going to just slide up to 7. That's really the whole song, right? So you've got your main clean part. I'm just going to roll my volume down a little more. We have that for all the verses, and then when it gets big, the interlude. Right, we got that. Then the chorus. Just those 12s. Can't keep it all together. Searching for something I can never do. Okay, so that's really it. So that was kind of the chorus, so you can get a feel for where the vocals match up. Sorry for the off-key singing. The first chorus, you only do the 2nd fret to 4th fret power chord once, and at the end of the song, you do it twice, and then you're back at the intro. So if you just follow those sections of the song, bunch of verses, interlude, chorus, back, and then you do all of that again with a bonus 2 and 4 at the end, and then you're to your outro, which is the same as the intro. And then that's how they conclude this epic album. Oh, there's one other little bonus part. It's just open and 7 hammer-ons and pull-offs on the 2nd string. And there might be a wah pedal with that in between verses 1 and 2. So truly an amazing way to end an album that has no skippable tracks. Let me know what you think. Have you tried to play this song before? Let me know if this was helpful. Subscribe and like if you dig it. And check out my new single, Frog Hopper, which is an instrumental shred fest. A little bit different than Third Eye Blind, but fun nonetheless. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next times.